Welcome to Loudon Farms. I'm out here today trying to start working on this Massey Deep tiller that I showed in a previous video. It's kind of chilly out today, a cold wind, but I wanted to see if I could get this lift loosened up and get it moving a bit better so that it will trip. The idea is that there's a cord on the lever here. And when you come to the end of the row, you want to pull this lever, and then the tiller will come up, deep tiller will come up out of the ground. And then when you turn around to go back to your next pass, you pull it again, just like the old country plows with the lift. Same idea. Now, as I mentioned in my other video, when I tried this, when I got the tiller, I found out that this trip clutch was seized up. So I've been spraying some pretty strong lubricant in there to break up the rust and to get this thing to move. Now I've got it to move a little bit here, you can see, and this is the part right here that's the problem. So now when I tap this, I can move it up quite a ways. So it's starting to loosen up, and I've sprayed some gunk in there, not literally the brand gunk, but so I've got some movement going here. I'm pretty sure that it's just filled up with probably dirt and then a bit of rusting, and I looked at trying to take it apart out of here, but so many of these bolts are so old and rusted, and I just don't know. I don't want to break a part that I don't want to break a piece on this that I can't replace. So I'm trying to be very careful in messing with this, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I tap this piece down. See, now it's moving, but it still has a lot of resistance. I should be able to move that with my finger. Well, a little bit move it there now, but it's still pretty jammed up. So it's going to take a little bit more work, a little bit more spray. I sprayed some of this blaster in it. I'm not sponsored by this or anything like that. I'm just talking to you as a farmer to a farmer. This seems to have been started to work loosen it up. It's powerful, rust penetrating, and so I'll just spray a little bit more in here right now while we're talking, and then keep the process going. You never know when it will kind of free itself. I have dug some stuff out of it with a screwdriver, and meanwhile, while I'm sitting here, I've got my sander here, and I have a disc on here. It's 60 grade metal for sanding metal on body shops and things like that. So I started sanding on the digger here. Unfortunately, with my camera fixed on the on there, but I'll try and sand this thing a little bit and see if I can see any difference. Well, it's starting to. I can see the loose rust sliding off for sure. This is a pretty coarse grain on here, so I'm starting to see a little shiny metal on the edges here. Well, it'll clean up. I just want to clean off the the sort of obvious layer of rust. It's certainly not going to come down to metal and metal on metal, because that would require a pretty serious sandblasting, which I don't want to spend the money for. I just want to clean it up and then paint it with a primer rust sort of inhibitor, and then paint it in sort of the original colors that it came in, and it'll look better in case I want to sell it, or in case I'm pulling it around the field. It'll look a bit nicer. Anyway, I think I'll stop this one here. I just wanted to show you that because we've had a little break in the weather, we're not buried in snow or anything. I thought I'd like to try and get a little bit more happening on this thing, because otherwise you just keep delaying, and it never happens. I'm sure everybody can understand that. Anyway, this is Grandpa Dave at Loudon Farms, bringing you up to date on what I'm doing on this old Massey Deep tiller. Thanks for watching. Bye.